Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Engineer's Life, episode number 17. Picking up right where we left off last episode, where we managed to get some more iron from some different means. We are getting that in from some rails that we picked up in that mine shaft out in the distance there. And we also set up these wonderful strainers that are indeed getting us a few extra resources. Not a lot, but we can work on other things in the meantime. So I haven't really had a lot of time to do too much in here before we left off last episode. So we got a little bit of steel just kind of slowly but surely cooking up. We need 27, but we already have a few pieces made up here. So what I actually plan on doing while we wait is I'm going to go ahead and pop a couple inside of our smeltery here, and let's get a few other things set up for the time being. We're going to grab our sword pattern blade, and we're going to go ahead and make us a cast real fast. Oh my gosh, I'm rhyming already. It just started. Alright, so we need to wait because we need to make the cast. And we also got bronze as well. So let's take a look at some of the other things that we're going to want for our sword. And maybe we even need to decide on which sword that we actually want to make. Where is our tool station? So we got the rapier, which is ignoring armor, which is always nice. It's a very powerful weapon, and it's probably one of the most used, in my opinion. Then you also have the long sword. Normally, though, I don't mind the broadsword. It's just a good, like it says here, universal weapon. And I like the sweep attack. It's very nice. So, I think we're going to go ahead and make that one. Let's go ahead and see what we need. We're going to need this guy. We're going to need... Actually, is it that one? Hold on a second. Let's double check. Yeah, the white guard and then the tool rod. So let's go ahead and set this up real fast. Let's go ahead and grab this, the wide guard pattern, and we'll head into this guy and see about, let's see, which one is it? I think it's the pattern chest. Yeah, there we go. Let's grab a couple more pieces of cobblestone here. This is, oh, it's only one cost. Okay, well, that's fine. All right, so this should be melted down. Let's go ahead and put our gold in. We're going to get a little bit more, because we'll probably end up upgrading this at some point, I figure. And as far as the handle is concerned, I'm actually really liking the treated wood. So I think we're going to stick with the treated wood for now, as far as the handle is concerned. Works really good, plus it auto repairs over time. I do really like that aspect. So let's just grab a plank. Let's jump over here. Let's get our tool rod pattern out. Pop that guy in, and boom, there we go. So as far as the attributes are concerned for the guard, because we're going to be using steel for the blade because of the amount of damage that it can actually do. It's actually pretty good damage-wise. Let's go ahead and take a look at wide. And, I mean, I already got some bronze sitting in there. Well established is really nice because it does give you a little bit of extra experience. But I think I am going to go with the dense because I think that does help as far as durability a little bit later down the road. We also got other things like, well, stiff isn't horrible. Is there anything here that we're seeing that would be useful? Fractured, maybe? Because we could always add in a little bit of extra damage, I think. I wish it would actually tell you here. But let's grab a bone. Let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Because it might just be better instead to use a bone. So fractured. It's it doesn't actually say over the side. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say I couldn't scroll down. Fractured. Your tool's damage is increased. Alright. Sold. Sold. Alright, so that means this is basically garbage. We don't need this guy. We're not gonna worry about making that right now, but here we go. So we got 2 steel in there. Let's go ahead and pour that out, and let's get our sword making. Clean up our inventory while we're at it here. Just kind of throw some stuff away here that we're not necessarily going to be needing. Let's do that, and boom, there you go. We can pop that guy in there as we don't need him anymore. And let's click on our sword, and we got our steel sword blade. We got our treated wood for repair, and a little extra damage. As you can see, 9.5 attack. Not too bad if you ask me. And I'm not going to worry about naming it, but if you really want to, it's something you can do. I normally don't, though. Wow, look at that. 36 iron. Well, I can tell you right now, we're going to be needing a lot more iron. We might actually go out and see about checking out there again, and maybe lurk around. Maybe we can find a little bit more of the rails. Because as it sits, I feel still pretty stuck when it comes to trying to get even more of the iron rock. I haven't had a chance to look at the comments, so some of you guys might have came up with some other methods to actually achieve some wonderful new ways of getting some of these resources a little bit better. So I did put some wheat in the mill, and it made a stack of flour. So we got, for a stack of wheat, a stack of flour, which you can see we can actually use to make some pretty interesting different types of food. Something we're going to have to look into doing at some point very soon. But I'm thinking about just popping this in, and that doesn't even show the saturation. That's interesting. Oh, okay, there we go. So hold shift over it and it'll show. So you can actually use this to kind of make some other things like the rabbit stew, the hearty stew are both really, really nice. And you can also make donuts, but I think we're just going to go ahead and... Wow, this doubles that? How does this work anyways? Because I'm kind of curious. You just... Oh, you just put it in there like that. So this is... Theoretically, this is better, but it takes a little bit more work because you're going to have to obviously sit here and do this yourself. Unless you get like an auto placer and like some sort of hopper or something that you can pick this up. Otherwise, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this inside of a furnace and just kind of let this run. I'm not that concerned with doubling that right now. We got a farm out there and it's doing great. But we got a little bit of bread, so I'm happy. So we can use that to make some other stuff. Some better food, hopefully, in the near future. So let's put a few of these things away. And I think we're going to run over there and maybe look and see if we can get a little bit more iron while this stuff cooks up. Of course, the problem is we might want to go ahead and do this. So there's a little icon up here because of the FTB utilities. You can see where we're at currently. And what we're going to do is we're going to do something like this. Because we want this area to be claimed, and then after you claim it, hold shift, do the same thing. And now you can see that it is chunk loaded. So we want this area chunk loaded while we're gone and looking and or mining. So everything is just kind of working and we don't have to worry about that, you know, basically just being here the whole time, having to do that. So it's always a good thing. Now, I'm assuming there's just so much in this world that you could probably end up finding, right? And it seems like the terrain generation is pretty useful, honestly, especially when you have things like this place that have those mine shafts probably littering the entire area. Now, we haven't really came out this far before, and I'm seeing a new structure already that I've not ever seen before. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's go ahead and get out of super hedgehog mode, and let's go take a look at this real quick. So what do we got here? This looks interesting. Probably gonna have to break inside, it looks like. Oh, is this a dungeon? Oh my gosh, this is a dungeon. Alright, I'm getting rid of these spawners. Is there anything any good in these? Because if not, I'm not gonna worry about doing this. If there's like nothing good, I am not doing this. Wait, what the heck? Oh, it's a trap. I'm just gonna break these spawners because I just... Oh, hello. Some inner pearls, some extra bronze. I'll take the bones. I don't even know if I have nether wart yet. Seems like there are traps placed inside of this place. And then what is this? Guardian altar? Oh, this is like dungeon tactics? I don't know if I should be breaking this. I think I'm gonna leave this for the time being, because I am not entirely sure what this does. So it's probably better if we just don't mess with it right now. So if you guys know what that does, by all means, let me know in the comments below. There might be something interesting we can learn and use from that particular spot there. That just it's kind of interesting. So let's just kind of run around for a second, see if we can actually find a few more of those, because iron is just a complete necessity, even in vanilla, and then when you even go to doing things like modded Minecraft, where just about every mod has a use for iron, and you're just needing a lot of it. So, oh my gosh, why did you do that as soon as I walked over? Why would you do that when I'm walking over it? Normally it doesn't do that. Well, that's great. That's wonderful. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Oh, that's right. My shovel is broken. How wonderful. How wonderful. So interesting trees, interesting biomes. I mean, I love the world. The terrain generation is great. So let's go into supersonic mode real quick. Just kind of zoom about. We're looking for holes inside of these areas here to see if we can find some more tracks. We might have unfortunately gotten a little bit more unlucky here in the sense that, oh, here we go. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of, not our pants. We need our pants. Pants are good. Let's go ahead and get these guys. So vein mining is just amazing when it comes to this. So it looks like we got a pretty decent amount just sitting over here as well. We'll kind of peek our head into a portion of this just to see if we can get a few more bits of iron. Because until we can figure out what we need to do, this is kind of the best way, I would say, to get some iron, unfortunately. Double spawner. That seems quite lucky if you ask me. I like how the torches have like fallen down in here, but I do like the fact that it uses like dark oak in here. That's pretty interesting as well. Normally you're seeing things like just regular oak. So it's kind of cool that they have why do I feel like there's like no mobs? Is it just me, or just some nights there are like literally no enemies? Alright, well, I'm just gonna take these, don't mind me. Another ender. With empowered. That's cool. Wither. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab those while we're here. The wooden detector rails will grab some torches so we can kind of go around a little bit better here. Silver. Alright. I would like to take the entire thing, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I don't want to clog up my inventory, because my inventory back at base is already getting pretty bad, if you ask me. So we need to be a little bit more cautious about our inventory management here. Alright, so that's not looking too bad. I think now that we also have a little bit of... Once we get a little bit more steel, a little bit more iron, because I'm going to try to make up some more between episodes, hopefully. And I will consider trying to maybe make us some, like, iron... Or not iron, I'm sorry. Some steel armor. Because I believe steel is probably one of the better types of armor for this particular mod. The Constructs Armory. So I will try to get a little bit of that made up. I don't know if we're going to make it like entirely out of steel or not yet, but we'll poke around with it a little bit. I think it's a good idea. Alright, so what are we at? About 64. That's not too bad. I think we're going to go ahead and kind of look around just a little bit more on some more of the outside ones. Because I think I saw a couple over this way. Just kind of put a few torches so we can conserve a little bit. Because I don't want to get too deep into, like, over in certain, and under in the world and get lost here. So we're just going to try to get some of these closer ones, and then later on to come back, you know, kind of clean up a little bit. It'd be good. So you guys remember, like, when we first started the pack, right? Like the first night, I was talking about like we were running around. I showed you guys we were like in normal mode and everything like that. Like the difficulty like showed that mobs should have been spawning, and literally we had none. So I'm just kind of curious, maybe certain nights or something, mobs just don't really spawn or something. I'm just kind of guessing here, but that should be enough for now. Let's head back. Let's go see how our steel is doing. Oh, is that a mob? No, those are sheep and all sorts of other things. All right, well, that's fine. Whoosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey. Well, don't mind me. Just take this with me. I guess I kind of found another little spot that had a few more rails. Very nice. All right, so I'm pretty sure this is our way back. It's pretty easy to find our way home here. But yeah, like, it's just some nights mobs spawn and some nights it seems like they don't. It's kind of crazy, honestly, how that actually seems to work. But it's all right. Don't worry about it. And I'm not going to. Oh, these have lost all durability, right? But they didn't break, but the speed still works on it. So that's really nice. So let's go ahead and see where we're at. So as you can see, that has worked pretty well while we were gone, getting a few more things. So I am A-okay with this. All right, so let's put our stuff away. We almost got 2 stacks of rails, so we might have a few left over here in a minute. Oh, we did have nether wart. Okay, well, that's fine. Well, just in case we need it for later, we got it still. Put some more rails in there and let that start cooking up. So let's go ahead and see what we need in order to progress once we get our steel made. Let's go ahead and jump inside of here. And soulforged steel, so we do need to do that still. This actually just gives us a bronze coin. I don't know if I really want to do that just yet, because I mean the steel gearboxes are going to be great, I assume. I don't think I've used them very much, but if we take a look, looks like we're going to need to make ourselves a plate cast, which means we are... Wow. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to need more steel than I thought. So we need 27. It's not a 1-for-1 in this particular instance. It is here, but we don't have the resources required to make a metal press. So it is going to cost us 2-for-1 in this case, because Minecraft. Well, we should probably start getting some things going here. I would surmise... Probably need to start looking at trying to get ourselves a bit bigger smeltery, it seems, as well. So let's go ahead and start melting that down. What we're going to do is we're going to grab a seared brick, because I don't believe I have a ingot cast. If I do, it's probably lurking somewhere and I've lost it. So I'm not too worried about it. And we'll just make another one. That's pretty easy. We got plenty of gold. Not that big of a deal. Alright, and then we can go ahead and start pouring out the bronze inside of here. So we can probably start automating this as well. Go ahead and make us another one of those clocks over there. And then just put a hopper underneath it to a chest, and we won't have to worry about doing this as much. But for now, it's not really that big of a deal. But we will do it very soon. So let's go ahead and grab some of the steel that we have. We're going to need a little bit more gold, because we're going to want to make a plate. So we need to figure out what we're going to do to make the plate cast. So let's go ahead and type in metal. And we need to craft... Let's click on that. So we need to make the plate cast. Okay, so we need some sort of plate here. It looks like it's saying an iron plate. So we need a compressor? That can't be right. Can I not just make an iron one from a stencil, maybe? And pour around that with that? Let's try it, and let's find out. Alright, so where are we at? I don't even see it over here. So I'm assuming that is not doable. And it's not a large plate pattern. can tell you that much right now. Alright, so let's see. What do we got? How can we make a plate if we don't have the cast? So it's showing iron. Tech Reborn, Immersive, Tech Reborn, Immersive. So there's only 2, and a lot of people would probably end up saying, hey, you're going to want to take your iron hammer or your hammer from Immersive Engineering and combine it, because that'll make you some plates, but I'm pretty sure that's removed. And there's the double just to show you. So that is showing that we are kind of out of luck on that at the moment. Yeah, let's take a look at this. How are we doing here? Wow, look at this. We got lava fish, lung, and swift fishes. Lots of fishes. That's a lot of fishes. Alright, so we're going to want to grab a little bit more iron. So let's go ahead and grab like 27 more, because we're going to need 27 more, apparently. Toss in here, let that cook up. So once we figure out this plate deal, let's go ahead and take a look at this. See, so it just wants us to make steel plates. It doesn't tell us what we need to do here. So unless we're missing something, maybe I'm kind of almost at a loss here. JEI is normally your best friend when it comes to this stuff, but I'm almost feeling like we're missing something. Well, I already had it typed in. So we got the plate cast, but there's no way for us to really make this unless we have the actual plate. So what do we need to make the metal press, maybe? Oh, good lord. How? What? How does this even make any sense? Am I supposed to just be able to find a plate somewhere? Maybe I have one already. I'm not sure. I don't feel like I have come across any form of plate. Maybe I have, and I just haven't seen it yet. And I am looking diligently to see if this is indeed the case, and I am not seeing it. It could be over in our old stuff. Let's go check. We're going to double check and make sure. There's a very good possibility of this. More porcelain. We need to make some more grout. That's one of the things I know I need to do. We need to make a bigger smeltery so we don't have to worry about waiting so long and all that other stuff. I can't remember. There it is. Found it. So yeah, found our ingot cast. I'm not seeing us with a plate of any form. Even if we use it up, I'd be okay with it as long as we can get the cast. So I'm gonna have to figure this out real quick and see. How are we doing on this? Oh, that ain't too bad. Look at that. We got more iron coming in. That's a good way to get iron. I'm liking that a lot. Alright, let's... This makes absolutely no sense. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. 23 pages. Oh my gosh, I am a big derp. Clay plate. Unfired clay plate. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do I have a clay block sitting anywhere, maybe? That would be so useful right now, but it seems like I may not. So, alright. Well, that's good to know. Glad that was just sitting in the front. Alright, so 4 in a water bucket. Alright, I think we can do that. And then we're going to need our other hammer. So let's put this one back and get our stone mallet out, because we're going to do a little bit of Hulk smash. In this case, it's going to be Bentley smash. We'll smash JEI for being such a big old liar face. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn. Turn. Now, where is my doing my thingy? Hey, give me. Well, good thing we figured that out. Good thing we figured that out, right? Oh, there it is. Alright, so we just put you on there, right? And we hit you with a hammer? Hey! And then we cook this bad boy, right? Let's cook it up. I know it's inefficient, but we're doing fine on coal. I'm not worried about it. Plus, we're doing pretty good on coal coke. So, hey, look, we got 27 so far. Not too bad, but we are going to need a little bit more coal coke, I think, inside of here. So let's go ahead and top you off for the time being and put the remainder inside of there. So there we go. We got our clay plate. Let's pour this out. And we're going to slowly but surely start setting up our steel. So let's go ahead and try to automate this just a little bit. Why not? We got some time. Let's do it. So let's go ahead and put a whopper there. Pick this guy up. We're going to grab a chest. Pop on top. Not there, you big loaf. And pop our steel inside. So that's going to start feeding this as soon as it's done. Should start feeding into there. Very nice. Clear this out a little bit for us. Grab another chest. Pop you down there. Second whopper. Right there. Alright, so now all we need to make is another one of those redstone clocks. They were pretty simple to make. We just need a little bit of redstone, some stone, and the repeater, which means I believe we're going to need you. We're going to need... Where is my stone? I know I have some more. We got some sticks laying there. Let's double check. I'm just going to see. So we need... Okay, stone. Where's my stone? There's my stone. Alright, let's make it. Alright, super easy to craft. We use this bottom recipe and we don't have to worry about really anything. We just do that. And then we just need to craft 2 of these guys. Which I did flawlessly. Look how good I am. Alright, and then we'll just pop this guy here for the moment. And look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So now we should start getting these guys in and we don't have to worry about it. So once this is done, we'll pull it out, pop it into here, and we know that we will have the amount of casts that we need. So we can actually also just see right here, you see a little number because those items are sitting inside of the whopper and we can see the number remaining just right there, even though they're not in the chest. So we know that we're just going to be slowly but surely waiting on this. So now that we actually have this set up, let's go ahead and check something else out real fast. I want to see. Okay, so it looks like to me they did remove that portion of that recipe, but let's find something out real fast. Can we just make seared stone any other way? Clicking on it, it looks like that is not the case. So we're not going to be able to melt cobblestone inside of the smeltery to get more. It's not really unfortunate. It kind of makes sense to me. So we're just gonna have to make grout. We're gonna have to put it in the cauldron. We're gonna have to be happy, and we're just gonna have to cook it inside of these stoked kilns. So maybe we'll take a look in the next episode or so, see if we can maybe try to attempt to figure out if it is at all possible to do a little bit of automating for this guy. We could do something like let's type in hopper. Let's see what we got. So we got the whopper, we got a cart, we got a vacuum hopper. Which in all fairness, we could actually do this. Yeah, we could totally make a vacuum hopper. That would be extremely beneficial to us on this. Now let's see if we have a placer. And we do. From open blocks. So I think in the next episode, we're going to play around with this just a little bit and see if we can try to automate this guy for maybe making us some more seared brick. So we don't have to worry about it that much. In the meantime, what I want to do is I want to try to find this. We need that. And I need to go find wherever it is that I have all of my clay at. And we're going to get some more grout cooked up inside of our cauldron. If not, I'm going to have to go and possibly... See, there's a little bit right there, but that's not enough. I'm going to have to go possibly get some more clay. So yeah, not really a whole lot, it seems. Well, that's just an awkward number of clay to have, it seems. But we can let some just kind of start cooking up, at least in the meantime. We did have a flint sword blade. Some of these bags, I'm not even worried about them anymore, honestly. So, like, I'm just not, like, I don't need a record bag, all right? I don't need any records right now. I don't need music. It's the last thing I need in my life. So that looks pretty good. A lot of this stuff we ought to start working on organizing. I think I'll probably take a look at maybe making some more storage drawers for a lot of other things like gravel, maybe more clay, etc. For the time being, let's just go ahead and do something like this. And if we go back to seared, that was correct, right? This is just in a regular cauldron. So we'd use 4 clay instead of this recipe. It's pretty much the exact same thing. You're just skipping a step, right? So that's a good thing. So yes, that is indeed working. Wonderful. Let's check out our guy here. How's this looking? I mean, we're getting some sand and gravel and a little bit of clay from this as well. So that's pretty neat. In fact, let's just go ahead and put that clay in there. Now that we have 2 clean stacks. 2 more stacks of that clay will yield us a nice clean stack of that. This is looking pretty okay. We got 10 so far. So I have to say, we're looking pretty good. We just want to try to maybe get our smeltery a little bit bigger in the next episode. Try to automate the kiln possibly so we can maybe make a bigger one. And hopefully we get some more resources coming in. As far as iron is concerned, we're not looking too bad. So that's good. So I'm glad we've kind of got a little bit of a fix to not soft lock us to be, playing so slowly. So this is a good thing. I'm enjoying it. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, please. It really helps me out. It lets me know you guys are still enjoying this series. And if you guys have any helpful tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. And we'll see you back in the next episode. Until then, goodbye.